The topic this month, or say the theme this month, is going to be around the patient experience. And we talked about this a lot. You know, there's a lot of things that factor into the patient experience. You can justify a million different things because any interaction they have with your business is going to be their experience. And any time you talk to them on the phone, anytime they get an email from you, anytime they go on your website and simply navigate your site, that's part of the patient experience. And then of course, when they come in and visit you and come into your practice, that's obviously the thing we all think about. And in that patient experience, we in the past have talked about the power of moments. The great book written by Chip and Dan Heath about just creating really memorable and powerful moments for our patients that they will remember us by. And I know for me, when listening to, I think it was Jamey talk about that at the time, I started thinking, okay, we got to do all these big and crazy things to really create these amazing moments for our patients, which is very powerful. So we developed, processes for a new patient whenever they come in, where our front desk has this whole system of how they greet patients and give them a tour and do even have welcome gifts. And we have this graduation process when they finish, and where we take a picture and celebrate and do all these fun things that they remember and our patients really love. But doing all these processes and putting all this effort into this, I came to realize that the thing that our patients connect with the most are just those day-to-day interactions that they have with our team and our staff. People want to spend time with you. They just want to connect. That's what people want to do. It's the thing they're missing now during all this, these past few months, more than anything. They're missing connection. And just connecting on some level, you're right, talking about whatever they want to talk about is huge. And even if you're not having this like deep conversation, like you mentioned, of saying like, hey, tell me about your fears and challenges, if you're at least giving them a space where they know that they can share it if they want to. And I think that's really powerful what you did there. And we talk about sometimes the languages of appreciation. One of the and this is an inventory you can have like your team take if you want. I've had my whole team take it to determine what like their languages of appreciation are. It's a quick inventory. It's like, I don't know, a few bucks, and each of them can take it. And with my team, I realized, especially the PTs, because they tend to be certain personalities a lot of the time, they love quality time. That's their language of appreciation. They don't like gifts. They don't like all these other things. They like words of affirmation, and they like quality time. Those are their top two for both of them. And for my two main ones. And so that's what we've done. I've taken some time out of my schedule just to sit down, be present, and not distracted by a million things like I tend to be. And just give people an opportunity to share and talk and chat about whatever they want to. And you can do it in whatever medium I think makes sense. But I think we always think we have to do these big, grand, crazy gestures a lot of time. And you almost might feel guilty because what we're doing is so small in our minds, but to other people, it might be something a lot larger. So, and then what I also loved, Misty, that you touched on was then you mentioned sort of the change you saw in their sort of like mood and their mindset, how much more chatty they were. I got to imagine that if you had this as like a midday thing, and then you have patients coming in the afternoon and they're really chatty and bubbly and in a great mood, got to imagine that's going to be really impactful for the patients that are coming in. It's, trying to see things from your staff's perspective, because that's going to have such an impact on your patients. And then keeping it simple, because the simple things I've found tend to be more powerful than the big fancy things. Because A, they're easier to execute. And two, people generally just want to be able to spend time with you and just want I'm trying to think of where this quote came from, but I think like your basically being present is like the biggest gift you can give somebody. And it doesn't cost anything. It's just the ability to just be there for others. And I know it's definitely always a struggle of mine as somebody who's super hyper and all over the place all the time. So, you know, that's a really cool thing that, that, you know, you're doing, Barbara. And also too, by having this staff that now looks at you as this person who's just there for them, and has been there during challenging times. Now the goodwill you have just bought from them or gotten from them moving forward is just so high. And, you know, they're still part of your community as well. So they're talking to people, they're interacting with people, and and I can't imagine that they're not going to rave about this place that they work, because while everybody else